Free Japan Channel number 164. Today, January 17th, Saturday. The time is 9 p.m. So, dear listeners, good evening, Saturday night. The night is serene here in Yokohama. Tomorrow, Sunday, will be very fine, judging from this night view. Today's topic is pressure on Greenlanders. This is the topic of tonight. Greenland has been one part of Denmark for several centuries. Historically speaking, Greenland belonged to Denmark, and it was approved in that way. However, now Trump administration is claiming the right of territory on Greenland, and Greenlanders are now totally baffled by this remark of President Trump. Of course, Trump is very famous for his bluff, or for his joke, or for his frivolous remark. Therefore, at first, people were thinking that this remark of territory of President Trump was also a kind of his wording. However, now, January 17th, it gradually turns out that Trump means it. He is honest in getting Greenland. Mr. Trump said that this is because of the presence of China and Russia to Greenland. These two countries are now giving their tentacles to this island, Greenland, which is very rich in natural resources and very intact. Population is so small. However, the land is so large. Marine resources can be also expected. Arctic Sea will be the main place for international competition in the near future. Then Greenland is very, very useful for the first step to explore Arctic Sea, isn't it? So Greenland is, in fact, much, much more potential land than we generally might think. And Mr. Trump is so shrewd to discern this potential of Greenland. And now he is claiming, so Mr. Trump claiming it's right to annex or buy Greenland. Of course, Greenlanders are very hostile and very frightened of this remark of Trump. They are satisfied with status quo, so present situation. They don't hope any territorial change at all, not at all. So this annexion or purchase, these options are both out of question for Greenlanders, but the US administration, Trump administration, is pushing these dichotomy, purchase or annexion, on Greenlanders, and they are very at a loss. I said that imperialism is still now in the 21st century when we look at the US assault on Venezuela. And if the US should annex or buy Greenland, regardless of the hope of Greenlanders, forcibly or militarily. It is none other than the imperialism of 21st century. In case of Venezuelan assault, the US had some legitimacy to some degree to attack in that way at night. Helicopters assaulted presidential palace, abducting the president himself and his wife to the United States. Venezuela is very notorious for its drug trafficking and criminals. Therefore, the United States had some reason to assault Venezuela. On the other hand, when it comes to Greenland, the United States has no right, has no legitimacy to claim its territory. Trump is now saying that the US needs Greenland, but we cannot acquire what we need in every aspect of our life. No, we can't. We can't. Even if we need it, we have to negotiate it, or if the negotiation fails, we have to renounce it. This is our life. C'est la vie. Nevertheless, President Trump is pushing this claim to Greenlanders and Denmark. So both countries, Denmark and Greenland, are now very hostile to the United States for the time being. I can understand their feeling, the feeling of Greenlanders. I'm now hoping that Mr. Trump is wise enough to stop this kind of intimidation to Greenlanders to some point. If not, if Americans continue this kind of bluff, the international communities will all hostile to the United States, even if the United States has the biggest military power in the world.